right, greetings YouTube, beautiful mind here. So we have the following question that comes in from college algebra. We're working on this project called um, it's a project on like a line of best fit linear regression. So a student asked for help with this page, and so what we're doing is like we have a set of data and we're basically creating a scatter plot. So plotting the x versus the y. And then we're going to create what's called a line of best fit using this least squares regression line. Okay. So I think we went over this in class, but I felt like making a video to kind of walk us through this would be a good idea as well. So, for a line, we've been using y equals mx plus b. And so that's what we're doing the same thing here. Um, but our m is going to be, we're going to use this formula to calculate m from our data set, and we're going to use this formula to calculate our y-intercept b from our data set, right? So let me see if I can. So I'm just going to make up some data. So say we have like let's do. So say we're looking at pH versus the bacteria count, how much bacteria we have, right? Say the pH goes from 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just choosing. We have this data, but I'm just kind of making this up. And say the bacteria's count is like 99, 102, 111, 154, and let's go 198, right? Say this was our data. So if we're going to use this formula, okay, so for this formula, what we're going to do, let's go term by term, right? Let's start off with that first term. Okay, so the first term that we have is this n times the sum of x and y, right? Okay, so in the context, what we're going to be using this formula for, what this means basically, we say the first x times the first y, and then plus the second x times the second y. Again, this is the capital Greek letter sigma, and it just means add up your answers in this context, right? So if we focus on this guy here, all we're doing is saying the first times the first plus the second times the second plus the third times the third, so on and so on, right? So if I were to write this all the way out, now for this example that I drew, our n is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we have 5 data points, so our n would be 5. And then basically we say the first times the first plus the second times the second plus, and we keep going until we get to the ends, the last times the last, all right? And so this is that first part written all the way out. And I'll go ahead and do the second one. So if we focus on this guy here, we'll do that one in orange. So we have the sum of x times the sum of our y's, right? Okay. And so let's just take this, we can cut. And so if we focused on this data, right? So what this means, so this one means basically add up all your x's, so the sum of the x's, so 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, we get that answer. Then we're going to say times the sum of our y's, right? Our y's add up to, we're going to say 99 plus 102 plus 111 plus 154 plus 198, right? We get those two answers and we're going to multiply them together, right? So again, that symbol, summation, it just means add up your answers. If you get these two with the purple and the orange, then the rest of it should make sense. Then the parentheses just tell you the order of operation, right? It tells you the proper order and which goes first and the proper order in which to do everything. Okay. So now we can like crunch these numbers or get these results, this slope and this y-intercept by hand. We could also use our graphing calculator. We can actually type in the data, and you might have to do a Google search, but you can actually put this data into your graphing calculator, like your Texas Instrument or whatever kind of graphing calculator you're using. You can also put this data into Excel, and it'll spit this information out. You just have to do a quick Google search, okay? All right. And so, on that note, we're going to end the session here. And from one beautiful mind to another, enjoy the rest of your day. Deuces up, A Town down. Peace.